Hey, welcome to Zach's Tech Turf. Today we're going to be finally benchmarking the actual release of Destiny 2 on a gaming laptop. There are so many videos out there about benchmarking the open beta from a month ago, but both AMD and Nvidia released some major drivers that really increase the performance, so let's see what we can do. Let's get into it. Alright, so as you guys know, if you watch the video in the upper right hand corner, I'm currently serving on a military deployment, so I don't have access to a bunch of graphics cards and testing rigs like I normally do. What I do have is this Dell XPS 15, which is rocking an i7-77HQ processor which clocks up to 3.8 GHz, 16 GB of DDR4 RAM, and most importantly a GTX 1050. I'll be sharing my benchmarking results for this GTX 1050, but if you have a similar gaming laptop with maybe a GTX 1050 Ti or even a 1060, then you can guess the results based off this. I do have another video where I benchmarked a bunch of different games with this laptop, so if you do have a GTX 1050, make sure you check that video out if you haven't already. So unlike my recent Forza 7 benchmarking video where the game included an in-game benchmarking tool, Destiny 2 is pretty much near impossible to benchmark properly. Bungie decided that us PC gamers aren't allowed to use any overlay software such as Fraps, MSI Burner, etc. So I actually have no way of properly benchmarking this game like I normally do, so I had to really study the in-game FPS counter and give you guys some approximate results. Keep in mind that the FPS certainly drops when you're recording your gameplay, so the footage you're seeing now is a bit lower than the actual results that I got. So the first settings I decided to roll with were 1080p resolution with the low preset, and this is the footage that you've been watching up until this point. Here I averaged 65-ish FPS, only really dropping into the mid-50s, and sometimes it shot all the way up to 100. I have personally been gaming at these settings the entire time. It stays right above that 60 FPS mark, and even in PvP the FPS stays very consistent. On the other hand, if you do want to crank up the settings to medium, you can expect around a 55 FPS average. It only really drops to the high 40s, and I saw it shoot up to 91. These settings are what you're watching now, and as you can tell, this is still certainly smooth enough to game at. I wouldn't recommend going up too high with the GTX 1050, but if you have a GTX 1050 Ti or 1060, then you'll definitely be able to maintain a 60 FPS average on high, and maybe even higher than that. Well, that wraps up my Destiny 2 laptop gaming benchmarking video. If you guys are interested in my opinion of the actual game, then be sure to check out yesterday's episode of Gaming on a Sunday Morning. Spoiler alert, I'm definitely having a ton of fun with this game, and you'll be seeing a lot of it on the channel. I hope you're okay with that. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please drop a like down below to help support my channel, and as always, thank you for watching, and please subscribe for more Zach's Tech Turf videos.